Alright, hello Davinci users. I'm going to try to help you guys solve a problem that you may have and that I had. So what is the problem? I came from Final Cut Pro and I switched over to Davinci, and I want to have my recording going to what in the Final Cut Pro was called dual mono, where the mono channel came out of both speakers. I want to have that now in Davinci. I've had to learn Davinci a little bit more. The Fairlight page was still learning. It's a little more complicated for me. Anyway, so how can I get, I have a multi-clip, a multi-cam shot, and how can I get my audio coming out and to create a dual mono I have a boom pole and I have two actors that have lav mics on there. So when you're on set, if you don't know, or maybe do, it's very common to have three different audio sources. In this case, two lav mics, one for each actor, and then a boom pole, two. And then you basically find out which audio sounds the best of those three sources. And then, yeah, you use the best one. So with this, I kind of made a mistake. I created a multi-clip with my audio channel, thinking that I could separate the channels later on and create dual mono channels, have the mono coming out of both speakers later on. Turns out I was wrong in that with Davinci. Davinci seems to be a different system, or I just don't know it well enough yet. So how do I do that? I've had to basically go back and make my own and redo a lot of work. So I'm going to show you how I did fix the problem. So what I did is, so here's my two actors up here. We have a female and a male, and there's a boom pole. So lav mic on her, lav mic on him, and a boom pole off frame. So to get my lav mics, I'm going to play this for you.
I want my man to have a good, stable income, but he still needs to prioritize me in the relationship.
So it sounds okay, and the reason why is because the system is marrying all the three microphones together, and they sound okay, but I'm going to get to where it sounds even better. And there's a lot of background noise, which the boom pole is picking up.
I want my man to have a good, stable income, but he still needs to prioritize me in the relationship.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. So how would you do it if you were on your end? So what I did is I'm going to open up my workspace, and I'm going to go to my time code window. This actually does help a lot. And right now it shows 54 minutes and 1 second. That's the time code of my timeline. So now when I click on here, it'll pop up in my viewer. So you have my two shots, and this is my wave file, which technically does have all three, the two lav mics and the boom pole, but I cannot separate them. So even if I go into here, double click on this, and even if I go into Fairlight and play it,
man have a good, stable income.
Down here, you still see
it's just to prioritize me in the relationship.
Yeah, I mean it's showing a little bit of the room tone, but it's not showing her lav mic and my yeah. It's kind of a headache. Maybe there's a way to do it, but anyway, I'm not good enough to do it that way. So I don't know the system well enough. Anyway, but this way has been working for me. So what can you do to get the each one separated? I open up, so I click on here, and I'm gonna right click and go open a timeline. So this is the exact same thing. I'm gonna go wider just so you can see it. This is that clip. So it's 39 take 3, and I have over here, this is my main edit, which you just looked at. I'm trying to keep things very simple. So my whole goal is to have this part right in here be the actress's lav mic. That is my goal, and maybe your goal too. You want to have your actor have their lav mic on there. So this is 39 take 3, and here it is, open a timeline. Once again, I right clicked, and I'll go back to that one. Now down here, so we have the same clip, same footage, and we can see each individual channel in here. So what I've been doing is these are not the three individual channels. This is one of the camera mics. This is the other camera mics. These two channels are not usable. So we've shot this on Blackmagic RAW. These two channels are not usable, but this one has the three channels in it. So I'm actually going to hit Option, and I hit Option because I want to keep the video one, but I want to delete the audio. So I hit Option, click it, delete, and then delete, and Option, click, delete. So that has kept, don't even know what that is. That is kept my main audio source that has my 3 channels married into it. You can actually right click on this and show display audio channels, and it's showing my boom, the male's lav, and the female's lav, but I can't really, but they're married together and they all move at once. So how do I change that? It's actually not that bad. I'm going to make that bigger, and then just so I can keep my workstation good. So I do have all 3 stations open, my audio 1, audio 2, audio 3. So I'm going to go option, hold down my option, and I'm going to create the 3 identical channels. That's important. So these are all 3 identical right now. Now I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to clip on the top one. I'm going to go to clip attributes. Up here, if this is on video, you go to audio, and then where it says format, you're going to go to mono, and I'm going to have this as boom 1. Hit OK. That will go to both channels, both left and right audio speakers. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to right click, clip attributes. It's on adaptive 3. I'm going to go to mono, and I'm going to change this to the second one, which is the male actor's lav mic. Boom. And the third one, I'm going to right click, click attributes, and that is the same thing. Go to mono, and I'm going to go to the actress, and OK. Now you can actually visually see the differences in each channel when you're down here. From this point, I would, if on your end, maybe the boom sounds the best, maybe the lav mic on the male sounds the best. You have to see which audio source sounds the best. To do that, you can basically hit spacebar, and
we'll try it one more time if we have another.
It's still playing all 3 at the same time. You can hit the S for the solo, and now it's only playing.
Yes, of course. I was wondering when you were gonna ask me.
That when you hit the S solo, it's only gonna play the top one. Now I'm gonna hit S solo down here. Now it's gonna play.
Intensity, dreamy intensity, back and forth. Going in 3, 2. Yes, of course.
So as you don't get scared. So now this is only coming out of the left speaker, and the reason why is because see these little number 3 adaptive, 2 adaptive. If you want it, you don't have to do this step right now. I did in my main project, but if I wanted to come out of both speakers in this part, then I would right click on here and I would do change angle type to mono, and now it's going to come out of both speakers.
I was wondering when you were gonna ask me.
And just to show you that again, I'll do it on the bottom one, solo.
Yeah, okay. You know, my ex-boyfriend.
It's only come out of my left speaker, but if I take that off, and I'm going to right click, change angle type to mono.
Made me feel like I was always number 2 in his life.
You can hear it on both computer speakers. And I'll do the other one up here, change the angle type just to do it. You don't have to do this step in the open timeline. Remember, I have 2 timelines. This is my open timeline and my main edit timeline. This is just to show you. And if I go up to solo track, it's coming out.
Intensity, dreamy intensity, back and forth.
It should come out of on your computer, both computer channels. Okay. So I am going to go back to my main timeline. So now in this one, I have each individual channel set up essentially as a dual mono. Dual mono means it's coming out of both it's a mono channel coming out of both of my computer speakers. Okay, now I'm going to go back. Now I want to find out where I want to copy and paste this area so I get an exact part for this timeline. I'm going to show you how to do this. This actually part is pretty cool. So up here, this is not changed.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
It's still coming. I'm still picking up my boom pole, my boom mic, that male actor's lav, and the female's lav. So how do I change it to only get, because this is her. So
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
How can I change this where I'm only going to get her, the female actress lav mic? How am I going to do that? Let me show you. So I put the cursor head on the part I want to start the audio, which is right here, which is right where the red thing is, which is 54 minutes, 00, and 1 frame. I'm going to double click just kind of right in the middle of my video frame and watch my time code. My time code just went to 0506. If I double click it again, it goes back to the timeline time code, 54. Anyway, but I want to find out what is the time code of my audio and my video, because they're married together in my 39 take 3. What is the time code of that? Well, if I double click again, 5618 is the time code I'm going to look for. So in here, I'm going to look for 5, 6, and 18. And I'm going to go down to the female. I'm going to do my blade.
I want my man to have a good, stable income, but he still needs to prioritize me in the relationship.
And cut there. I'm just going to take a little section. Take this, I'm going to copy it. So I only cut the bottom. This is the female's lav mic. I only cut the bottom out. I'm going to go back to my other timeline, which is my main edit, and watch what happens. I'm going to go and paste. So I have hers on the third timeline, so paste on there. And when I play them together, I'm going to do a quick audio sync, just double check to make sure the audio did sync up together.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
Okay, good. I'm going to I clicked on there. I'm going to hit D just to make sure it sounds good.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
And I'm going to pull it up so you can hear the difference.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
It sounds kind of similar, but it's not, I don't have the boom pole in there.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
This is without it. This is back here.
I want my man to have a good, stable income.
Yeah, and you just had to look at, does the boom pole sound better? Does her lav mic sound better? I like her lav just because there were some outdoor noises on that. So that is how I did that. And then from here, I'm going to go option and move it up just because I want to have it a little bit higher in the timeline. And you can zoom in, and yep, the audio is lining up very, very nicely. So, and she goes all the way across, and then you can drag it to however far you want. And boom. And I had made an edit in this part, so it's not going to line up down here, but I can easily, blade this and then move that over if I want to. But anyway, so I'll show you this section right in here. The audio lines up perfectly. I don't need that anymore. And now,
my man have a good, stable income.
And that is how,
but he still needs to prioritize me in the relationship.
That is how I got rid of all 3 channels of audio merged together, and I just isolated the female channel down there. Okay, I'll go and do one more just for, actually this would be a good way to show you for the male.
Fully conscious experiences to last a lifetime. I will give you fully conscious experiences.
Okay, so this is perfect. This one is a brand new, I've not done this one yet. So see this part right in here, my arrow's showing it to you. I'm gonna walk you through it one more time. So I have all these timelines open, which is fine because I know that I'm gonna open up 39, I'm gonna zoom in so you can get the exact number. 39G take 1, that is the timeline that I'm gonna be opening up in my audio files. So stay with me. Okay, how would I do it again? Once again, I'm going to right click and I'm going to open the multi-clip in a timeline. So now I have 39G take 1, and if you follow my mouse right over here, my little cursor, that's my main edit timeline. This is my multi-clip timeline. I need both of these sources. Okay, this one's a little bit different because it looks like this one is only, so here's the thing, like sometimes you don't, I did this shoot a long time ago. Do I have one channel of audio on here? Did I use a boom pole? Did I use a mic? Did I use a boom and a lav mic at the same time? You can right click on the WAV file. You can right click and go display audio channels. And this one is showing that there are 3 of them. And I'll do a little bit more. So in this one, even though it's a close-up, there's 2 of up here. Here's my 2 shots that I did. Yeah, so this one is showing I did do a boom, a male actor lav, and a female actor lav. I'm going to use shift and just to clean it up a little bit. So in that case, I know I'm going to have 3 audio sources. So I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to zoom out here, okay. So see this B raw one? This one does me no good. I'm going to hit option because here's what happens. If I click this, oop, now my video's gone bye-bye. So I go Apple Z. If I go option and click it, only that goes bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to triple this, option, hold, drag, option, click, and drag. So let's do that one more time. That's a very important step. I want to make 3 copies of the, or two more copies of this. So option, click drag, option, click drag. And these are all lined up. You can move your cursor to test if they are. Okay, good. Now, once again, clip attributes. Now I want to make these 3 mono channels. Once again, click attributes. See how it shows boom, mic, lav mic. Adaptive 3, change adaptive 3 to mono. Keep the boom, that's fine. It gives you an option. You can use it. Maybe it sounds better with the boom. Maybe it sounds better with the lav. We don't know. Next one, clip attributes. Adaptive, change to mono. And then boom goes down to the male actor lav. Okay, and what comes next? You guessed it. I have to change this 3rd channel to a mono female actress lav. Format, and these are under the video ones, of course. And scroll up, mono, and Karina, this is her lav, and okay. There we go. And visually, you'll see slight differences, of course. Okay. Now I'm still going to keep this timeline open because I'm going to be copying and pasting from this timeline to my main edit. So I'll go over here. Now see where my cursor head is. I'm going to hit the up arrow to put it at the very top of the frame. Now how do I know where this frame starts? This audio starts. Otherwise I'm just guessing and trying to visually line it up. Well, that's where my time code is coming in. So right now it's set to the timeline time code, which I don't want. I want it to go to the multi-clip time code. So how do I do that again? Double click and it changes to 43100. I'm going to memorize that number, 43100. You can write it down if you need to, whatever. I just usually memorize it. 43100, and I'm going to 39G take 1 timeline. That's the time I want. 39G take 1, 39G take 1, 43100. Boom. And if I'm here, I scroll to the 43100.
I can do that. I will give you fully conscious
00, and I'm gonna grab the guy's audio and blade.
Conscious experiences to last a lifetime, even if you develop dementia.
And boom. Okay, I'm only gonna take that little section. If it's longer or shorter, I can always adjust it when I get to the main timeline. Copy that. So I just copied this. Command C, copied this. I'm now going to go to my main timeline, which is up here. And what's going to happen when I paste it? Let's find out. Command V, and it should line up pretty darn close.
We'll give you fully conscious experiences to last a lifetime, even if you develop dementia.
So it sounds a little bit off, which is fine. And I should have the 39GXD. I should have the right timeline. Yep. And if it's off a little bit, I wonder if I have the wrong timeline. 39G take 1. No, because I opened it. It was the right one.
I will do that.
And 431.
I will give you.
You know what I did? Yeah, that's why it's off. My fault, man. That was my fault. Wow, I'm glad you guys got to witness that. I cut here instead of cutting here. So you got to witness a mistake, which is I guess good, because then you guys can know. So now 43100. If I go to my main timeline, I go back there, double click here, 43100. This is my main timeline. I'm gonna go up here, click on 39G take 1, 39G take 1, and 4.
I will give you fully conscious experience.
Watch the time code. 432.19. Bring it back to 431, and now I'm gonna blade.
I will give you fully conscious experiences to last a lifetime.
Okay, boom. I've laid out the little section. I don't always worry about how long it is. Once again, copy, and back to my main edit, and paste. Boom. This is perfectly lined up. So you got to witness an error, and the error is actually good for you to witness because I cut in the wrong place.
I will give you fully conscious experiences.
And now I have all three channels together and my lav mic only. So if I want to play just the lav mic, I can hit D to mute that. And I'll play this. Now the volume's gonna be low. I can move the volume up.
I will give you fully conscious experiences.
So now I'm gonna bring the volume up a little bit.
I will give you fully conscious experiences.
And the volume and the boom and the lav mic might sound similar because the boom is really close in on the actor at this point. But if I want to find out which sounds better still,
I will give you fully conscious experiences.
so that one I can actually hear a little bit more background hum. I can also turn it down a little bit too to reduce it.
I will give you fully conscious experiences to last a life. I will give you fully conscious experiences to last a lifetime.
So they sound pretty similar. I'm going to use the lav mic because I've just been using the lav mic for all the other scenes. Anyway, so I can now select that, hit D, and I can move. Or if I did want to do that, I could also just go Option and up arrow, and that'll override it. And then at the end, you got to be careful because there you go. Now this part's taken care of at the end. So that is how I've been doing it. I have to do this for my entire project. Because I did not do this originally, but if you're in if you're in the case where you married all the clips together, the multicam, and now you want to have to redo a section or parts of your Davinci where you have three channels mixed together, but you want to separate them, but your multi-clip already has the audio married together, this is how you can go back and manually separate the audio, and it absolutely works, and it's been saving my butt. It's time consuming, but this way I'm getting nice audio again, or at least gives me more options for my audio. So hope that helps, and yeah, enjoy and have fun editing.